Yes, I know, I know. This is not the beautiful backdrop that you are accustomed to seeing me in. This is my office. I'm back in Vaughan, in Toronto, in my office, and I'm not where I was before. I'm not surrounded by the beauty that I was able to experience in Sicily, in Italy. And everybody's asking me, how could you come back here? Don't you miss being in Italy? The truth of the matter is, of course, I miss my friends. I miss the people that are dear to me. I miss the experiences that I was able to have while I was there. I miss the scenery. But I realized something. When I was in Italy, one of the things that I decided for myself is that I wasn't going to suffer anymore. And I decided that anything that made me suffer, I was going to immediately eliminate. There's no fancy backdrop here. There's my office, my desk, my files. What I have done is I surrounded myself with the things to help me remember and hold those memories dear in my heart. So I have my lava rock that I collected from the top of Mount Etna, which reminds me that nothing is impossible because flowers actually can grow out of rocks. Plus it reminds me that I ripped an amazing page out of my dream book. So I have that with me as well. And I look through it and I realize the dreams that I accomplished while I was there and all the ones that I've accomplished in my life so far. This is a tile from Caltagirone. So this is something that I have now in my office that when I look at it, obviously gives me pleasure and allows me to remember the things in my life, the experiences in my life that were amazing in the last few months. I can do that for other parts of my life. You can surround yourself with the things that will bring back the memories from those beautiful experiences in your life. That's why people put their wedding picture on their desk or maybe have photos of their kids, because those things help us remember what it is that was beautiful. But like I said, I don't want to suffer. So being here and wanting to be there is basically cause for suffering. And, suffering in life is optional. So what if wherever you are is perfect? What if you took that on as a way of being? Wherever you are is perfect, and know that wherever you are is actually a stepping stone to where it is that you want to be, because you can still dream and you can always design your future and where it is that you want to go. Yesterday, I was having a coffee with a friend of mine, and I started chatting with a lady that was sitting there having an ice cream. And I even looked at that and remembered all of the ice cream that I had in Italy, and we started chatting. And I told her that I just returned from 4 months in Italy, and she said, "Oh, you're so lucky. I wish I was there." And I immediately said to her, well, if that's true, then why don't you work it out? Why don't you figure it out? How could you get there? It is as simple as booking a ticket. Really, there are things that you have to do. There are things that you have to deal with. There are things that you have to plan. But think back to when you're planning something, whether it's an event or a trip, and the joy that you're overcome with when you're making those plans, when you're creating those moments in anticipation of getting there, and what it is that you want to do, the research that you do on the places that you're going to be visiting to see if there's maybe something that you could take advantage of that you didn't know existed there, which is going to add to the joy of that experience when you're there. So what about if today you looked at where you are, but from where you're standing, look at where it is that you want to be? Where is it that you want to be? Is there a place you want to be? Is there a situation you want to be in? Possibly there's a place that you want to get to, not as a physical place, but maybe a place in your career, or a place in your family, or a place in your relationship. Nothing happens in your life without action. Where you're being in the present, who you're being in the present, is given by the future that's coming at you. That's why I can be here having all those experiences in the past, which are gone. They're in the past, they're not there anymore. But I can be here knowing that what I'm creating for myself, or what I did for myself there, is also has created a future for me that is going to bring me back there, and maybe even not back there, but back to, or forward to some place that I do want to be, that I do want to get to. Who you're being in the present is given by the future that's coming at you. So what can you put in your future, and that is going to have you be in a state of mind, or have you take on an attitude or a way of being that's going to make your life amazing, because wherever you are is perfect. If you want to love where you are, make today about where you're going. Make today about where you want to be. Create that as a goal for yourself and have some fun with it. Life is a game. You want to go to some destination in Thailand or in Europe, or you want to climb a mountain, here's something you can do today. Take on that exercise. Plan the trip as if it was going to happen. Pick a date, look into the cost, look into what it's going to take for you to get there. Call your travel agent, look online, start to create that for you. Find out how much it's going to cost you. Find out what it's going to take to get you there, and plan it and create it and put it in the future. Nothing happens unless you put it in the future, even if it doesn't happen. But pick a date, because setting the target is going to have your brain start to take action in order for you to get there. Remember, suffering is optional. So if you don't want to suffer today, start creating something for yourself in your future. And if you happen to bump into me on the road, share it with me. I'm going to make sure that it's going to happen, because you can't talk to me about something you want to do and expect for it not to happen. Find someone else in your life that stands for you that way. Maybe it's me, maybe it's someone else, or maybe you can stand for yourself. So remember, take an action today that's going to help you to move towards your future, so that you know yourself as the designer of your future, of your life. And I bet you something will happen. And if it does, let me know.